Here's what I did this week on the farm. You can kind of like really feel that spring has started. It's very like the cat water was still frozen over a couple times this week, but it's like beautiful out and all my like early flowering trees are starting to pop out. It just really feels like spring's coming. So I'm excited to kind of get moving, and there's going to be a lot more stuff to show you guys, and I'm really excited. So I spent most of this week accumulating all the things I would need to finish the seating table I built with my dad last week. We just got like the basic bones of it built, but I still need to add this foam insulation, and then I need to put this gutter warmer wire across it, and then I need to fill it with sand. And then once I have my seated trays on it, I'm going to cover it with like a remade fabric. I don't want any rats or little mice or anything getting into it, so hopefully this is a deterrent. And then it's also going to keep it a little bit warmer because I'm going to be keeping it in this smaller greenhouse that isn't heated or anything, but I am able to run an extension cord out there for the gutter warmer, so it should be able to germinate the seeds really well, and then I'll be able to move them into the larger greenhouse. And then I need to come up with a plan for what to do with the trays after they've germinated, but step by step. I've been in touch with the engineer again, obviously, and things are moving, so I'm hoping that everything aligns well. But the greenhouse is really warm during the day. If anything, I'm worried about there not being any like airflow and me not being able to hook up a fan in the greenhouse to like create airflow, even like a mini one. So yeah, so that's just what I have to figure out next, but that's next. And in general, I thought I'd be able to finish fully setting up the seating tables, but it was so much harder to accumulate all of the extra materials. Like obvious, like the gutter warmers Ace had to order in advance, so I had to pick that up just this week, and that was not that hard at all. But there was also like the foam insulation board I got a 4 by 8 foot piece because I just have to cut it in half and I'll have two pieces for when I create my second seating bed or seating table, which is nice. But once I checked out, I realized my car is not 8 feet long, so it didn't fit in the car with the trunk closed. So thank God I just had extra bungee cords lying around and was able to like strap my trunk closed and just drive really slow on this one lane road that is 55 miles per hour speed limit. So there was a line of cars behind me, and I just don't do well with piling up traffic. It's why I like really hate driving tractors on the road, because I hate people being mad at me, and I just feel like everyone in the cars behind you is mad at you. But I you just can't care. So I got the foam insulation board home, and my trunk didn't fly off. I'd only used one bungee cord, so I don't think that's recommended, but everything was fine. And I have my big piece, and I picked up some sand, and I got my little thermostat, and everything's ready to go. So I'll be able to set it up next week. The other thing was I was looking for wooden sawhorses because they're just sturdier than plastic ones. And this is going to be incredibly, incredibly heavy, especially it's heavy now without anything inside of it. So once I fill it with like over 100 pounds of sand, it's going to be incredibly hefty. So I need the things it's on to be able to support that much weight. So I just wanted wooden sawhorses, and they kind of tend to not be as expensive as metal ones. I think metal, I don't know. Either way, they didn't have any metal ones and they didn't have any wooden ones. So I had to make my own wooden sawhorses. Luckily, they had like the little clasps, which makes it easier to make them, but it just like ended up taking like a long time to make all these sawhorses, and they're not like perfect. One's a little janky. I ended up stripping like 3 screws in the process of trying to get this one side in, and then just said like fuck it and gave up. And it is, I don't know, maybe that's not the best state of mind to have about that, but I don't know. It'll be fine. It's going to go in the middle so it's not as load bearing as the other ones. The thing about learning new skills through the process of doing all this, obviously, like learning woodworking in bits and pieces, and it's eye opening to like all the extra things you can kind of make for yourself and do for yourself. But at the end of the day, like it took almost a week to make these cell horses. Is it worth it? Maybe I should just buy them. And when I get more, they will be purchased probably and not made. But who knows? Maybe I'll get a hankering for making sawhorses. But I think they look pretty good. So I'm excited to set up my little area and show you that next week. And then I'll be able to kind of explain how everything works. And it'll be fun. I like to kind of like walk around and check on everything. In the process of that, I took a little peek under the plastic, and everything's kind of going along. I still have about a month left before I think it's going to be ready. And I have decided that I'm going to disc it, which isn't explicitly no-till, but after I've disked it, then when I have the beds made, I'll go no-till after that. So I don't know if anyone's keeping track, but That's my plan. I am going to be starting my CSA share weeks on starting the week of June 15th, I've decided. So I'm creating all my like promo material for that to send out. My neighbor Sally said like she'd distribute them at work, so I'm excited about that. It is like a later share than I ideally would have liked, but I think this is going to give me enough buffer time because the thing with the CSA is you don't want to like promise something that you don't deliver on. So I think this will give me enough buffer time. And then next season, it'll automatically be better because I'll be starting earlier and it'll be better. So it'll be better, I promise. And on top of all that and seed ordering and everything, I also have been getting material ready for applying to the Ag West new producer grant, which opened yesterday. So I hope to have that all in order and applied to. That's pretty much what I've been doing this week. I will see you next week for week 9. Oh, and then here's my mic girl, a new one this week or this month. Yeah, I think her outfit's fun. Also, incredibly quick shout out to my friend Aisha who helped me figure out my lighting situation, and it's much better now.